This photographer says that he actually knows of photographers that offer this as a service and that it looks better than the amateurs. And I think that's amazing. That's good that you offer that. It's okay that you offer that, but also be okay with us being there as wedding content creators, and that's our official title. We are not videographers and photographers who are wannabe wedding content creators. We are wedding content creators. So we're staying in our lane, and how about you do the same, okay? So this photographer is definitely a key player. Let's hear what he has to say. Honestly, I don't see anything too wrong with it. He has two T-O-O in very big letters. He capitalized it. My approach is, instead of complaining about it, hire someone in your business to do it for you. That way, number one, you can train them on how not to be in your way and to make it work for your business. And number two, you can charge more for the service because now you're adding this as a service. Sticking with the times, but adapting it to your own business versus just being angry. It's being done. This is a very mature person, and I like mature people who are also professional like myself. So kudos. I really like your answer, and I think you're awesome, and big hearts to you. That's like really amazing. So hopefully I'll meet you one day at one of the weddings and we can get to chat more, because I really like your comment and that was really cool. That's how I look at it too. Like, there's no need to complain about this. We're all here to like do a really good service for the brides and grooms and to continue working in this industry as long as we possibly can. So there's no need to be complaining and fighting over the work. There's plenty of work. There will always be weddings. They aren't going anywhere, and neither are wedding content creators. Okay, you guys, some of these have like some misspellings. I'm just kind of reading them as they're written. But this next person says, is this someone who works for the couple? If so, as long as they're not in your way, why do you care? Oh, wow. Not much different than them hiring a videographer. You just treat them the same way. We can work together, or you can, get out of my way. If there's someone, they wrote something else there, guys, but I'm not saying that. If there's someone who works for the photographer to help their social media, question mark. Let's see. They said that they have zero time for that kind of nonsense. They use a different word on a wedding day and would love to have someone focus on that exclusively. LOL. So I guess basically they're saying like what the other person was saying, but they're saying it in a more nasty way, that like, if they've been hired by the couple, then why do you even care about the fact that there's a wedding content creator there? Just leave it alone and don't worry about it. So like I said, I think like they're saying the same thing as the person before, but they're not so nice about it. So yeah. Our next photographer writes, well, he's not my photographer, but he says, it's a total joke and mockery of a quote-unquote business. Soon enough, they'll saturate themselves out with everyone joining the market. Then it's a race to the bottom. So it's a race to the bottom. Being a well-established videographer, I understand that clients do like these type of quickly generated content, but in the long run, it'll be as comical as most weddings in the 80s. I don't think that's very nice. I don't think that's very nice. You're making fun of people who got married in the 80s, and what's the difference between people getting married right now in the 2020s? You're not a nice person. That's not cool. And I can't believe that you're calling yourself a professional videographer, because I would not want to work with you. That was not a very nice comment at all. To go as far as to say that like we are comical as wedding content creators and that we're going to oversaturate ourselves. You're just being a negative Nancy. Let's be real about this. And that's, you are entitled to your opinions. You will hear me say that. You're entitled to your opinions, but like, let's be mature. Let's be professionals. Like, those are not really nice things to say. I'm pretty sure when photography and videography, became full of lots of people who were like, I can do that. I can pick up a camera. I can do that. Way back when cameras first came out, I'm sure that people were probably making fun of that field as well as a career and as a business. But people stood the test of time, and we still have professional videographers and professional photographers. So why couldn't, as time moves on, we have a wedding content creator industry business? It is a real business. It's not a quote unquote like you put. And like, you should really go and check yourself, because every industry had to start at the beginning. Every industry, every single thing that we do in this world started somewhere. So instead of being so rude, how about you start being more encouraging to us wedding content creators? Because that would be a lot better than what you're doing right now. Next wedding photographer wrote, outrageous. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go continue shooting weddings without worrying about the other vendors the client booked. If she hires vendors that ruin her photos, I'm okay with it. And you know what? I just want to say you're right about that. You are right about that. If the bride and groom, because we always just say she, if it's the bride and the groom, I hate to break it to you guys, there's two people getting married, okay? If they desire a wedding content creator as a hired vendor, yes, they are entitled to do that. And you're right. You go ahead and keep filming your weddings and not worry about the other vendors that have been hired. That's better than being negative like these other ones. So, high five. I appreciate that. The next photographer says, I don't find it so unbelievable. With the growth and change of Instagram and TikTok, the type of media people want to ingest and share with the world has been shifting from simply just still photos, STILL, for quite some time. I've been doing my best to stay ahead of the game and incorporate this into my brand this past year, so I don't have to compete with some other content creator day of. It's mutually been beneficial. Once again, we have another very mature photographer here, and I appreciate you. So you are seeing this as like, it's not new. This is not, unbelievable to you at all, that you have seen the changing times. You know that social media is huge and that many people are going to be wanting this type of content for their wedding. So like, you're just still going to continue to do what you do, and you're trying to change with the times. And kudos, you also get a high five. Yay! This next photographer, right? I would encourage you to not allow it in your exclusivity, quote unquote, clause in your wedding contract. And I just want to tell you out there, sir, ma'am, whoever you are, that the contract can continue to say exclusive all they want, but those are for professional videographers and professional photographers, because that's what they do. Now, if they are a wedding content creator and they've been hired to be a wedding content creator for that bride and groom, then that is up to the bride and groom, I feel like, at the end of the day, to say if they wanted another wedding content creator. I know I'm not going to be a part of that, because it's exclusively stated that like one of us should be there. But I just want you to know that you can keep talking about the exclusive contract all day long until you're like literally turning purple. But understand that wedding content creators are not professional videographers and photographers, and therefore we are not competing with you when it comes to this footage, and we're out of your way. How about you also stay out of ours? Yo, yo! All right, so we have a yes here. This person says, wedding content creator here, so it's not a photographer. Just like any vendor, there are good ones who know what they're doing and are just working with any other vendor who will respect you, your space, and your work. And there are ones who have absolutely no business being a vendor. And I just want to say bravo to you, because that is true. We've all seen it. We've all been to weddings where there are people who should never have been a wedding vendor, and they are there. They've been hired by the bride and groom. They saw fit to hire them. So there are going to be good ones, and there are going to be people who probably should not be in the space at all. But just do your job. Focus on you and focus on the bride and groom and the service that you said that you were going to provide. Don't be worried about us as wedding content creators. Leave us alone. Like, we have our job to do and we are focused on it and we love what we do. I love what I do. Maybe you're just jealous. You want to jump ship and start being with us because we're the cool kids. We've always been the cool kids, just now everybody notices, finally. Yay. Oh my goodness, we have another yes from a photographer. This person says, I think this is a great and innovative idea, but like any other vendor, we have to work together. Be aware and always know photography is primary. And I say that as a primarily videographer. That is quite interesting. Hey, primarily videographer, your wedding content creator here. I appreciate your comment and thank you for having our back. We take it. We appreciate it so much. And you're right. Just like any other vendor, like, we all deserve like respect, and let's just do our job. I really appreciate this honesty. It goes with the person that we just talked about. He goes on to say, the thing is, many second shooters or videographers still have lackluster situational awareness, let alone someone whose entire career experience is running their personal Instagram. Sadly, this is very true. There's a lot of videographers and photographers out there who are the second shooter, and they don't have a lot of awareness of where they are in the space. I've seen it at so many weddings that I've worked. I've seen it in so many weddings that I've been in, and even at my own wedding. So this is a very, very truthful statement, and you do know your thing, and I appreciate you for knowing the business the way that you do and being honest about it. That like there's people out here who are like literally like creating problems where there don't need to be problems. They're saying that wedding content creators are in their way, but they're not being aware and like focusing on like their own business with their second shooters that are in everybody's way. So I just wanted to say that one really touched me, because like at my wedding, it was really difficult, but the photographer was definitely like, I don't want to go into it, but it was really sad. I talked about it in some other videos, but you are definitely right, and I appreciate you for being like very, very transparent in your answer. It was short, sweet. It's a part of the other answer that you gave, but I just really wanted to come back and talk about this second half of your answer, because like it is very, very true. And the fact that you mentioned that they also have no real way of like keeping up with their own personal social media, it's true. Whereas us as wedding content creators, this is what we do. We're content creators, and it brings us so much joy to do what we do. And so, you know, the fact that we keep up with it and we're consistent, we know what we're doing. So don't be mad. Don't be mad at us. This next photographer states that he saw one that had 68,000 likes and is fully booked, charging similar prices to them as photographers. They said, I won't share because I don't want to endorse them, but it's sad to see. Their videos are low quality, and they're not entirely sure how they got all of the like likes and stuff. They're not sure how they got so popular, as they started posting in 2021. Okay, this person just goes on and on and on. Let's see. They said they have only around 60 posts, and then from what they can tell, they already had an established Insta account for something else, and then changed it to become a content creator, creating the illusion and self-fulfilling, prophecy of being incredibly successful, similar to what? ... Okay, so this person is obviously very upset, this photographer. Okay, he's very mad. I have to say that these kind of things do happen, but it happens into every niche. Like, people are doing this in every niche, so you can't just be angry with every wedding content creator based on one person that you saw that had this. So many of us are, you know, we're doing our own thing. That's all I can say. Someone just easily answered the question. It's totally real, and it's a great idea for some brides. So they had posed a question like, is this real, this wedding content creator thing? And they're like, yep, it is. And I'm like, yes, it is. Get on board, love us, hug us. We love everyone, and I send like a big hug to everybody, and thank you for sharing your comment, and you also get a high five. This next photographer's comment is, I'm now considering offering this as a part of my list of services and will consider it a breach of contract if clients hire this out with another company. Personally, like, I don't think that that's right. Just because they didn't want to go with you as a wedding content creator doesn't mean that now you have to like be upset if they go with a different company to do this. Like, does that seem right? Does that seem right to you? Maybe they hired your company as a photographer, as a videographer, whatever you like did initially, and now you're trying to like push yourself into the wedding content creator space, which there's nothing wrong with it. There's room for everyone. But there's no reason for you to now, just because they go and hire someone else, just because you have it on your website that you offer it. No, you're just being petty, you're being a jerk, and I don't like that. That's super negativo, and we're not doing that over here. That ain't right.
This next photographer says, I imagine this new service is even more threatening to videographers, understandably so. So I'm not sure if they're a photographer or a videographer that answered this question, but I have to say that we are not a threat to anybody. We are not a threat. We are here to add to the services that a bride and groom may want on their wedding day. So we are not a threat. Just know that you have it all wrong. But hang out here with us. You'll get to learn more about what wedding content creation is, and hopefully it'll put you more at ease. This next photographer says, I really like this idea and am thinking of having someone on my team to offer this service. So we have another photographer videography company that's looking to add this as a service and to make someone on their team like equipped to be able to do this, and I think that that's amazing. High five. Photographer says, what exactly is one? Traditionally, I'd consider a content creator in media to be a jack of all trades, master of none. Who hires them? What do they do on the day? So obviously you need to be hanging out over here with us on your wedding content creator. I'm your wedding content creator, and what I do is on the day of, I follow the bride and groom around. It is so much fun. I'm that hidden guest that nobody knows about except for the bride and groom. And I get to take photos and videos of them all day. I also do live streams for them. So if they want to do some kind of live stream at their event, I'm also there for all their pre-wedding event stuff too. So it's not just the wedding day, but I show up for like the marriage proposal. I'm hidden. The bride doesn't see me anywhere. And it's just so much fun. We get to create all these fun moments for their TikTok and their transitions for trends in their Instagram reels and their YouTube shorts. And the list just goes on and on. The other thing that we do is that we turn everything around in 1 to 2 days, which is super awesome. And it sets us apart from the other media team partners that are here on that day as well. You know, the wedding videographers, the wedding photographers, it sets us completely apart. And it's so awesome that there is this awesome creative space that we get to just do our thing and have fun, and it's amazing. But you hang out with us over here so that you can learn more about what wedding content creation is, okay? The photographer says this. This is an interesting one, y'all. They said, I think it's just someone who came up with a term and now people are trying to backfill a function to the title. I'm sure it will shake out at some point and get folded in like, like an add-on service, like a DJ or like photo booths. And they're like, right now it's just the wild, wild west. So there's no real standards. And I just want to say that you're wrong. You're really, really wrong. This is not the Wild Wild West. We've been around for a long time. It's just that now we're finally getting our, recognition for what we do as wedding content creators. It's not just somebody threw out a name and now we're trying to backfill a function. We know our function. We are there to take content, photos and videos, live streams, and post in real time to social media for our brides and our grooms on the wedding day, but also for pre-wedding events and post-wedding events too. So this is our job. We know what we're doing. We know our functions. Now you need to learn them. So I'm inviting you also to come hang out with us on your wedding content creator here on YouTube so that you can learn more about what is a content creator. And I'm in all the spaces. I'm a wedding content creator, brand content creator, event content creator, party content creator. I'm so excited. Guys, I have so much fun at parties, like getting to go to baby showers and getting to go to people's anniversaries and getting to take all that footage for them and then getting to share it with them within 1 to 2 days. And also live streaming their event for people who can't be there. Not everybody is able to make it to your baby shower, especially these days with everything being so expensive, like flights. So, and hotels, they gotta stay somewhere, right? I'm also a travel content creator, and all these things are shared right here on my platform. So those of you that are curious and just want to know more about it, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're so glad to have you here, and I hope that you're going to learn a whole lot. This next photographer says we offer photo, video, content creation packages, and the clients love it. They love it, and he also says that they need 4 people to make this all happen, and that they all work together as a tight team. He says it's pretty difficult to do it all, but it's a lot of fun because it is a real challenge and it makes the day go by sooner. And that's really fun to hear. Welcome you guys to the wedding content creation space. I'm so excited that you're here with us. You guys are so cool. And that's amazing that you're able to offer, incorporate it into your packages and offer it to your bride and grooms because you are already in the media space and you figured out how to continue to stay in it and to grow with it and not be rude or negative and to just be happy and positive and understand that all of this is for our bride and grooms, right? We are here so that their day can run smooth and that we can be of service to them. They deserve it. They deserve this. They deserve to be treated well. They deserve to be treated with respect and with professionalism, and that's what we do. So high five to you guys too. Yay!